against Jackson Lumen Christie, and that's all the non-conference warm-up they're going to get, because they're going to play a series of conference opponents before the Christmas break in a couple of weeks. Today, they have the Chelsea Bulldogs, and they are very physical, and they're also very big. But Saline has also had some size on their own. They're very talented and have a lot of speed. So it's going to be an exciting conference opener, and we're going to bring it to you in just a moment on the Saline Community Television Network. Kick off the conference play already in game number 2. Saline Hornets varsity team. We are about to hear the starting lineups for Saline, and let's go to that right now. Okay, and in case you didn't happen to hear that starting lineup, let me go over the guards first for the Saline varsity team. We have Ryan James, the 5'8" senior who had a lot of playing time last year as a junior, as well as Ed Gall. He saw plenty of playing time, 6'4" guard. So they're going to have to find some tall people to guard the perimeter, as Ed will probably be able to shoot over most defenders. At the forwards, Jacob Allis, who again had some playing time last season, along with Jeff Mack. And Chris Baker returns as the dominant big man in the middle. For Chelsea, number 14, Brian Grosser, is one of the sophomore guards. A few sophomores that Chelsea has on this team. Tim Lawrence is another guard, and number 30, Christopher Dronin, is in the middle. Jake Walker is a 6'2" senior at one of the forward spots. The other forward, number 52, Mike Holloway. And we are set to begin conference play between Saline and Chelsea. And as you could see, the fans that we were with at the beginning of the game, they're pumped up for this one. Saline controls the tip, as it was Baker on the jump ball, and James, one of the guards, takes it out. Saline playing man-on-man to start with, or Chelsea playing man-on-man to start with. The lob to Baker's a little bit too high. He tried to touch pass it in. It was no good, and now Chelsea streams down the court, doesn't get it. Baker saves it before just getting out of bounds. And now Saline's got a 2-on-1 fast break opportunity, and Jeff Mack takes it up, gets the foul, and he will be shooting 2 at the line. The Hornets, back-to-back conference champions. Chelsea looking to upset them here in the first game of the conference season. On Tuesday, the varsity team lost their first game to Jackson Lumen Christi, 63-59. It was a close one all the way to the end. Alice led the team in scoring with 16 points. I'm sorry, who was in second, Chris Baker, had 24 to lead the Hornets in that ball game. The first free throw is a miss. Mack will try to follow up on the second, and that doesn't go down as well, and Walker gets the rebound. Scoreless, and we've played 35 seconds into the opening quarter. Chelsea looking to drive. We have a double dribble call. Chelsea's first time down the court, streamlined right to the basket, no good. This time it looked like they were trying to penetrate, then passing back out. Coach Brenneman said that some of Saline's players were just a little bit tentative and a little bit nervous into the Lumen Christi game. Hopefully they can settle down now in conference play with a game under their belt. Nice pass by Gall to Baker, and Baker gets the first 2 points of the ball game. He had 24 last Tuesday against Lumen Christi. Saline putting some press on. Not a trap, but playing defense the full 94 feet of the floor. That ball goes off of Alice's shoulder. And now from the wing, Tim Lawrence's shot is no good and rebounded by James. And we have a traveling violation on Saline, as James just couldn't quite get a grip on the ball before he threw the half-court pass. Chelsea will take over. 2-0, 6:28 remaining in the first quarter. Chelsea almost using the full 5 seconds to get it in bounds. Mack is playing defense against Walker. Dronin thought about going inside against Baker and thought better of it. Walker will shoot from long range. That's no good. It goes over top of the backboard, out of bounds. Saline gets it. Jacob Alice, number 31, inbounds the ball. Very talented junior. Originally from Indiana, moved up to Saline a couple of years ago. Hollis on the fake, goes inside and gets the hoop. It's 4-0 Saline. Nice pass inside, but quickly triple teamed and gets bailed out on a foul call. Mike Holloway will be going to the line. I believe the foul will be on Alice. Be his first. It's the team's first foul as well. Mike Holloway is a 6'1" sophomore. 2 sophomores are starting for the Bulldogs, and they're a little light tonight. They have only 10 players dressed for this game. A couple of their team members are dressed on the bench. Second was no good. Now Saline's got it back on offense. Gall, wide open 3, no good. Tip was nearly put in by Mack. Would have been a spectacular play if it had gone in, but it spun out. The student section of this crowd getting into it, and there's a turnover. Brian Grossner, just a sophomore, just led a little too far behind. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Hornets take over. A little over 5 minutes left in the first quarter. The score is only 4-1. Saline up on top. Chelsea's really trying to deny the ball to Baker, but Baker nearly has the offensive rebound, lost it on the way down, recovered by the Bulldogs. Now Chelsea will slow it up just a little bit as Saline's defense resets. They're playing a bit of a 2-3 zone right now. That could sag into a 3-2. It's cut inside, but Chelsea couldn't handle it. Now Grosser comes into the middle, and Baker nearly takes out Mack on the rebound. Gull coming in from the wing, trying to get in the paint, ditches it back out, loses the ball. He was hit in the shoulders a little bit, therefore the ball didn't have much velocity when it was passing, and is picked up by Grosser. The layup is good by Tim Lawrence. It's Chelsea's first field goal of the game. They trail now only 4-3 as we are coming down to 4 minutes into the first quarter. Ryan James passes it to Baker, and Baker loses the handle, and it goes out of bounds. So Saline turning it over a couple of times, maybe more than they should. Still looking for a decent shot. Chelsea's defense is clear that they want to stay within arm's length of a Saline player on offense at all times. Put a lot of pressure. There's a nice cross-court pass, but the layup is no good, and Baker rips down a rebound. Will he get called for the foul? Yes, he will. Crowd doesn't like that, of course. It's a non-shooting foul, a rebounding foul, so Chelsea will take it out of bounds. Just a second-team foul on Saline. JV game in which Saline won handily. There was 54 foul calls in that game. Game took nearly 2 hours. Oh, actually, it did take over 2 hours to play. Length of a college game. Adam Erskine comes in for the Bulldogs now. He's number 20. Hollis in for him. Paul Bragaloni, too, has come in for Chelsea. He's got it now. Eddie Gall guarding him up at the top. No shot clock in high school basketball. I want to remind people of that. Chelsea could hang on to it as long as they want. Dronin, no good. Rebounded by Gall. Here comes the fast break again. Baker with a nice grab. Gets the layup and bangs the backboard. For those of you that don't know, when you bang the backboard on a layup, it's a little bit of in your face. It's a tough thing to do. Grosser passes it off, blocked by Baker. Saline comes out with it. Saline looking to run on offense. Gall for three and nails it. Ed Gall's first field goal was a three-pointer, and the Hornets are now up 9-3. That is lost by Walker out of bounds. I don't think he wanted to catch the ball. It hit him, and then he had to go get it. More substitutions by Chelsea. Again, they only have 10 players dressed, as 2 of their members are in street clothes. Ryan James being covered by Tim Lawrence is in the ball game. Hollis inside the lane, triple team there, and still gets it through. That's his second hoop tonight. He's got 4 so far. Saline is up 11-3. Mack nearly steals it, forces the turnover. Gall picks it up. And again, Saline looking to run. The point guard, Ryan James. Inside to Baker. He is quickly double-teamed. Turnaround, no good. Rebounded by Mack. And brings it back up topside. Baker wants the ball inside the paint. And there's a turnover. Tim Lawrence going in uncontested. And the layup is no good, but James got the body, and there's the foul. It's a good foul by James. Saline nowhere near putting Chelsea in the 1-and-1. The first substitutions of the game come in now for Saline. Nate McPherson and Jason Bull check in. Baker and Mackley. So a pair of front court players come in for Saline. Folks, I just may have seen an air ball on the free throw. Maybe not quite used to the arena size of this gymnasium. The second one is a miss as well. You know, the way that this gymnasium is set up, where it's so open-ended in the backs, it can be kind of confusing for players who are not used to being in here. Nate McPherson comes off the bench and gets two. Saline up comfortably now, 13-3. We're less than a minute to go in the first quarter. James with good defense. McPherson comes up with the steal. We're down under 10 seconds. Shot is no good. James stepped on the line. It will be Chelsea ball with 2.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Bulldogs trying to set something up, but Chelsea obviously didn't know how much time was left, as Dronin was completely surprised that the buzzer went off. And they don't get off his shot, and the Saline defense holds the Bulldogs to just 3 points in the first quarter. Hornets are up 13-3. We'll have second quarter action in a moment on the Saline Community Television Network.
I was doing errands in Saline when I heard horrible noises from the back of my car. Boy, was I upset. I didn't have all day, so instead of going to Ann Arbor, I tried Jerry's Tire in Saline. I was really impressed. The guys at Jerry's were quick to find the specific problem. I understood what they were repairing, and they didn't try to replace parts that didn't need fixing. It all added up to a much lower bill than if I had gone to Ann Arbor.
Jerry's Tire and Alignment in Saline supports our local sports teams. Go Hornets from everyone at Jerry's Tire.
Saline basketball, yeah, that's what I want for Christmas, oh yeah!
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter, where the Hornets are up 13-3. Three-man gang here for the Saline Community Television Network. Ashley Attieri is working all the controls up here in the press box, running the camera, running the sound, taking care of our commercial breaks, doing a lot of good work here. And Kyle Newmeyer providing some new pictures out on the floor of tonight's game, so be able to see some good shots at home. Probably better than what I'm seeing. Which is all right, not Ashley's fault. She's way up high. Chelsea's got the ball inbounds. They only managed to score 3 points, and if the Saline defense continues to hold them 3 points a quarter, well, Saline doesn't have to score again. Hey, some new players in for Saline, by the way, during the timeout. Ed Gull comes in for Jacob Ollis, but before the quarter began, Jeff Wilcox checked into the ball game, as well as Bob Korecki. Hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Just starting the second quarter, Chelsea's got it, but they trail 13-3. Oh, great jump ball by McPherson. McPherson just tried to take the ball away from Mike Holloway as he was trying to drive into the lane. Tied him up. Good job by McPherson. And we have a turnover, as somebody may have crossed the line underneath. Chelsea gets it back, so Saline gives him an early Christmas present. And then Chelsea does likewise. Well, so far the Hornets, I believe, have put in 9 different players in this game. They return 8 from last season, where Coach Terry Brenneman was quite liberal in using his bench last season. You may remember that he would substitute all 5 players at once for a time during the season. He promises he won't do that this year, but it worked well for them at the time. McPherson's inside the lane pass to Bull is no good, and Chelsea picks it back up. And Saline committing a few more turnovers than they would like so far in this game. And Chelsea's turnovers are looking a lot uglier. That pass was to absolutely no one, except to someone sitting in the front row of the crowd. Baker comes back in. And I believe we have a timeout. We will keep it right here. I'll try to look over some unofficial, believe me, unofficial stats as I'm trying to keep score at the same time. Chris Baker, I believe, has 4 points along with Jacob Allis. It's also a 3-point shot by Eddie Gall, and Nate McPherson has 2. Does that all add up? Yes, it does. 13 points. Saline has not hit a shot from the free-throw line yet. They have only taken 2. Both came up empty. Taking a look at Saline's roster this year, they've had a couple of sophomores on the team in the past, but none this year. All juniors and seniors. 7 seniors and looks like 7 juniors. Split down the middle. 6:53 remaining in the second quarter. Ed goal inbound for Saline. McPherson gets it inside to Baker. He was double teamed, but it didn't matter. Baker just out-leapt everyone and got 2 more points. He leads the team with 6 now. Gall doing good defensive job on Walker. Walker puts it up, gets a friendly bounce, and gets it in. So Walker's got a field goal. Only the second Chelsea player to score from the field. Wilcox's 3-point shot goes off of the back of the iron. Rebounded by Holloway. One of the sophomores for the Bulldogs, Ryan Grosser's got it now. He gives it up to Lawrence. Cross-court pass back to Grosser, no good. And here comes Saline's fast break. But the pass was a little bit short. Chelsea recovers, and here they come quickly on offense. Walker with the pump fake, allowed Gall to guard him. If Walker had just forgotten the pump fake, he would have been able to drive down the lane for a layup, but the pump fake allowed Gall to come back in on defense. McPherson's shot is short. He was looking for a foul, won't get it. Chelsea's got the ball back, and both teams need to settle down just a bit. 5:20 remaining in the half, 15-5 Saline lead. Korecki with the near steal backdoor pick, but he was whistled for the foul. That's his first, and I believe the team's 4th. More substitutions now as Mike Comfort enters the ball game for the first time. Jeff Wilcox will sit down. Jeff Mack will come in. And now Saline has too many players on the court. Well, Eddie goes and sits down now, so now they've got 5. Near walk by Lance Ching, may have slid that back foot. Jake Walker's got it up top with Jeff Max playing pretty soft on defense since Walker's at the 3-point line. Ching's pass to Walker goes out of bounds into the Saline cheerleaders, who are happy to help to put the ball back in play. Another substitution for the Bulldogs. Number 44, Brian Blumensot, comes into the game. Players on the court for Saline right now. Korecki and Comfort is the guards. Mack, Ollis, and Baker in the front court. Ollis will shoot the long three, gets his own rebound, loses the handle, but is fouled underneath in the paint as he tried to go back up. Let's see if they give him the shot at the free throw line. Ollis is clearly going up for a shot, but they're going to take the ball out of bounds. Ryan James comes back in. Mack throws it into Baker. Baker is double teamed, turns around, pivots, no good. Rebounded by Mack, and Mack is fouled underneath. I believe that will be on Holloway. The foul will go to Brian Blumensot instead. It's his first, the team's third foul. Mack's first free throw is good. Second one is up and good as well. So after missing the first two free throws, Mack gets the last two, and he's the only one at the Saline line tonight. Mack was 3 of 4 Tuesday night at the free throw line against Lumen Christi. Chelsea nearly had the ball stolen again, but hang on to it. Now they're taking some time off the clock, and they trail 17-5. Coach Robin Raymond preaching patience. Walker is about to check in at the next dead ball for the Bulldogs. Ching taking his time, looking for something to happen there. Back door, off by Saline, snuffed out, and here comes Ryan James on the break to Mack. Mack is nailed in the back of the head. And I don't believe there's a foul called. My goodness, they're just calling it out of bounds. Mack wishes he could explain the headache he's gotten. Baker with the shot no good, rebounded by Saline. Now 3 minutes to play into the first half. Baker hit as he had got the pass, and I believe this one will go on Holloway this time. It is on Holloway on the push. Now Baker isn't seeing the ball a whole lot because they are double teaming him on every entry pass. Smart idea. Forces Saline to come back. Baker put up the rebound shot. They're waving off the basket, and I believe they're calling an offensive foul on Baker for the push-off. Used his off arm to push back. Well, the pass was good. 3/4 length pass, and it was set up for Grosser, but he walked 3 steps before he dribbled the ball after catching it, so Saline will get the ball back. Becoming clear that Chelsea has lost a number of players from last season, and they're just getting back together, and they'll be a much better team, I am absolutely sure, when Saline meets them again in Chelsea. 17-5 is the score right now. Saline on top. 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Mike Comfort lost the handle for a moment. Now Chelsea losing the handle, and it's a free-for-all, which eventually is going to be put in by Brian Grosser. That's Grosser's first two, 17-7. Offensive foul called on James as the sophomore Grosser stood his ground. Good play by the Chelsea defender. And even 2 minutes to go in the half. Walker will inbound. Saline playing full court, man on man. Nice back door. Shot is waved off as the foul occurred for the pass. So a blocking foul, an offensive foul on the Dogs. Hollis will trigger it inbounds. He's got Comfort, Korecki, Mack, and Bull as his teammates on the court right now. Hollis driving through the lane. Not afraid to take it inside and to create something. It's nice to see. Holloway is called for another foul. And for Holloway, that is 3. So Holloway's going to have to sit. Hollis gets the first free throw. Saline at the line. Now it's only their 6th attempt. Second one is a swish. 19-7 now as Hollis comes out. And Jason Heffelbauer comes in, a 6'2" junior, played tight end for the football team this year. Did a good job, too. Minute 38 remaining in the half. Again, Saline playing full court. The shot is no good by Tim Lawrence, and Coach Brenneman quickly ran out of the way of that ball heading right to him. Saline looking for some movement, setting a few screens, trying to find something there, taking their time until that shot. Korecki, however, saves his own shot and then eventually picked up by Chelsea. Backdoor cut again, but snuffed out by a quick Korecki. And Saline managed to keep the ball as Comfort and Ching were fighting for it. Last touch by Ching. Comfort thinking about the three, tried to lob it back into Bull. That was deflected. Saline gets it back. Down under a minute now. Mack found nothing there and then threw the ball away. Here comes Chelsea real quick, but Saline's defense quickly collapsed and Chelsea had to pull it back out. Ching passes it inside and Dronin wasn't ready for it. Saline just kind of going inside. Lawrence, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Walker's got it. He puts it up. That's no good. Goes back inside, and that was an air ball at the half. No foul called underneath, and the Hornets playing exceptional defense right now, forcing Chelsea into a lot of turnovers and not very many field goals being made by the Bulldogs either. They are up 19-7, your Hornets. Saline Pep Band will provide us for the halftime entertainment. We will come back, however, in just a couple of moments for second half action and a look at the halftime statistics. Again, you're watching Saline High School basketball on Saline Community Television Network.
Attention parents of high school athletes. Help your son or daughter's experience in athletics more rewarding by becoming a member of the Saline High Athletics Booster Club. The all-volunteer crew provides scholarships and making additional funds available for equipment and miscellaneous expenses not covered in the school's budget. This fall, a new concession stand has been erected. Here's your opportunity to be directly involved with your child's team. Fill out the membership coupon located inside any Saline High sports program. For just $10 a year, you'll feel the pride like your child's in supporting all Hornet teams.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Is this how you feel at your pharmacy? Well, at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, you'll get the personal attention and counseling of a pharmacist who knows you. So whether you have an insurance card or pay cash, you'll get more for your money.
No problem. Thanks.
The Medicine Shop, what a pharmacy was meant to be.
Locally owned and operated for 10 years, The Medicine Shop is a name you can trust.
Welcome back to the second half, where the Hornets are doing a good job defensively against Chelsea. They lead in this game 19-7. Chelsea not doing a whole lot on offense. However, they've had a few good backdoor plays, but Saline anticipated most of those very well and was able to get a steal occasionally. On the bright spot for Chelsea, the Bulldogs have done a good job in limiting Chris Baker and the number of touches he's receiving. Chris Baker and Jacob Allis lead Saline with 6 points apiece. Ed Gull has a tray. Jeff Mack has a pair of free throws. Nate McPherson came off the bench within 10 seconds, scored a hoop. That's how Saline got their 19 points. Nobody on Chelsea has more than 2. Just underway in the second half. Saline for the free throw line tonight, 4 of 6. Bulldogs just 1 of 3. In terms of foul trouble, Mike Holloway of the Bulldogs already has 3. Chris Baker has a pair, and so does Ryan James for Saline. The shot by Dronin was no good. Baker rebounds. Saline quickly puts it up front court. Ed Gull's layup just wouldn't go in, but Jacob Allis' follow does. First points of the second half for Allis. He has 8. It's 21-7. Hornets up by a pair of touchdowns. The transition from broadcasting football to basketball is a slow one. Tim Lawrence gets his second hoop of the night. He leads Chelsea with 4. Baker trying to get it in underneath. Loops around 2 players. Ball just won't fall for Baker. Chelsea getting the rebound. Grosser looking for something to happen. Cross-court pass back to Grosser out on the wing. He goes against James, and he walks on the spin drive. Both teams committing a lot of turnovers tonight. More than each would care to admit. Lawrence going up against James. Now Ed Gull has Walker guarding him. Lob pass to Baker. He catches it outside the paint. Gull fakes the drive, goes inside. Nice pass in there to Mack, and Mack gets hammered underneath the basket. And that is on Mike Holloway, who picked up foul number 4. With 5:42 remaining in the third. Coach Robin Raymond of the Bulldogs giving instructions to number 40 Jake Walker on the sideline. Now Walker coming back in for a rebound, perhaps, if Mack misses this next free throw. Mack now hits a both. 4 of 6 from the line is Jeff Mack. Chelsea just barely gets it in. If Saline continues to run up and down offensively and defensively, it tells me that this team is very well conditioned. Shot is no good by Holloway, who stays in the game with 4 fouls. Baker, who grabbed the rebound, was also hammered and talks to the official as he gets the follow again. 3 times gets it through. Baker was a little late getting to the front court because he wanted to tell the official about how he got hit pretty good. Then he snuck in and got 3 straight offensive rebounds. The 3-point try by Walker is no good. Rebounded by Hollis. James just saves it from going out of bounds. He's ready to cut up floor. And Walker takes the charge on Ryan James, who now has 3 fouls in the ballgame. Walker knew that James, ever since he crossed the 3-point line, that James was going to take it to the hole. He just stood his ground, and both of them were a little shaken up after that collision because James was going in at full speed. Korecki comes in for James now, because James has those 3 fouls. Some substitutions for Chelsea as well. Ching comes back in. Chelsea center Christopher Dronin not much of a factor in this game with Baker guarding him. Grosser, sophomore, goes inside the paint, gets the call. He's shooting 2 at the line. And Baker receives his 3rd foul now. So both Baker and James, 2 starters, are hit with their 3rd fouls. And Jason Bull comes back. Jason Bull is a 6'5" senior. He spent some time in the weight room the past few years. Both of them no good. The free throws for Chelsea. Ching guarding Korecki. And Grosser on Mack. Mack fouled underneath. Dronin. 6'4" senior, could be his 1st foul. Indeed it is. And onto the line again is Mack. This is the Hornets' 10th foul shot coming up, and Mack has taken 8 of them. He knows how to get to the line. Both of them are no good. Chelsea knocks the ball out of bounds again. They get it back. Mack had a lot of foul shots in the opener against Lumen Christie, taking 4 of them. Gold dipsy-doos in the middle of the lane. That is no good. Ball's not dropping for either of these two teams tonight. It's going to probably end up in a low-scoring game. Korecki with the near steal. My first opportunity to see this guy, and defensively he's doing real well. Putting a lot of pressure on his opponent. He's going against Ching now. And gets the steal from up top. Oh, wow, that was a great one, and gets the layup. All Korecki there. Wow. You had better watch it if you're going up against him. Just swiped it from as he was holding the ball above his head. Walker hits the shot. Jake Walker's second field goal of the game. Chelsea scores their 4th point of the quarter. Saline still up 27-11. That pass inside was picked off by Adam Erskine. .245 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 27-11 Saline. That ball deflected by Mack. No foul call, and then Saline throws it away out of bounds. Another steal by Korecki. And he nearly lost it, but quickly picked it up. He's got it back again. Hollis going to drive in the middle of the lane, puts the ball underneath, and then extends forward and gets the hoop. 2 more for Hollis. And that puts him into double digits with 10. Nate McPherson will check into the ball game at the next dead ball. Mack with the steal. Another turnover by the Bulldogs. The Hornets will bring it back up. Jason Bull takes it inside the paint and scores his first 2. 31-11 Saline. Tim Lawrence wanted to rush it up court, but Saline was back on defense, as they have been back all night long. Mack disturbing Chelsea again, and this ball goes out of bounds, and Saline gets it back. Controlled chaos being applied by the Hornet defenders tonight. More substitutions for the Bulldogs and Saline. Jeff Wilcox comes in for the Hornets, as well as McPherson. You got those two, along with Korecki, Hollis, and Bull. Hollis coming back into the paint again. Count that bucket, pal. And I believe Holloway, who thought he stood his ground, is out of this game. Who's the foul on? It's on Holloway, and he's gone for the night. Holloway thought he stood his ground, but instead Hollis created the foul, got the bucket, convert on the free throw. So Chelsea's bench just got a little bit shorter. And although the Saline crowd has been great in this game, they've got to learn what to do when somebody fouls out. Long pass, again disrupted by Saline. Chelsea can't handle it, and they get the rebound. McPherson with the left. Of course, he's a natural left, I believe. And Saline is starting to break this out, 36-11 with less than a minute to go in the 3rd now. Ball is dancing Bouncing around like a popcorn maker. Saline comes with it. Oh, it's behind the back to Korecki. No good. McPherson ends up with it. Wilcox, an open three-pointer. No good. Rebounded Chelsea, and they got a 3-on-2 break. Here comes Tim Lawrence underneath the paint. Misses the layup, and then Saline loses it out of bounds. 21.8 seconds remaining in the third. Both teams are running up and down the court, but it's Saline that knows how to handle the ball when going at full speed. When Chelsea does it, they're either very well defended or can't handle the speed and the length of the passing. We have a traveling violation on the Bulldogs now. Saline will probably play for the last shot, 18.5 remaining in the third. This could be the slowest you see either offense tonight. Oh, nice pass inside to Jason Bull. 38-11. Here's the score after 3 quarters. Saline only had 19 at the half. They doubled that output in the last 8 minutes. They have a commanding 38-11 lead, and we'll have the fourth quarter action in just a moment on the Saline Community Television Network.
Is your family's busy schedule getting in the way of your eyesight? At Cunningham Vision Centers, we have the solution. With our express service, on-site lab, evening and Saturday hours, our knowledgeable staff will have you seeing clearly in no time. We have a great selection of glasses and contacts at discount prices. Put Dr. Thomas Cunningham's 15 years of practice to work for you. At Cunningham Vision Center, seeing is believing, with 2 offices conveniently located in the Saline Shopping Center and in downtown Tecumseh.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter, where Saline used the third quarter to break out of their offensive slump. Have a commanding 38-11 lead as Chelsea hasn't been able to do much on offense all night. They're young, however, starting 2 sophomores. One of those sophomores, Mike Holloway, fouled out of the game with a few minutes remaining in the third. Saline also going to the line a lot more often, too. Although Chelsea only registered for 3 team fouls so far. This will be number 4 as Wilcox goes inside and gets hit. The foul is on Dronin, the 6'4" senior, who has no points and a pair of fouls. Wilcox's first free throw is good. His first point of the game. It's the second. Jason Bull with good defense as Dronin runs into Bull and loses control and is called for a walk.
Man of the week, baby!
Chelsea will get the ball back now because McPherson took a step while inbounding the ball. That'd be traveling. Can only run around the baseline after a made hoop. Nice backdoor that worked this time. Saline's been defending that very well. Grosser will be shooting 2 at the line. The foul is on Korecki. Korecki may have made the highlight of this game by swiping a pass held way above the Bulldogs' head, picked his pocket clean, and went in for the layup. First free throw, no good. Neither is the second, so even at the line, the Bulldogs are having problems scoring. They've only made 1 from the stripe tonight. Wilcox passes inside the ball. Wilcox takes it back and hits the baseline shot. So Wilcox has gotten the last 4 points for the Hornets off the bench. It's now 42-11. Just starting the fourth quarter. Korecki tried to steal it from behind, and he got whistled for a foul. That is Korecki's third now. He picks up 2 quick ones. Grosser comes out, Ching comes in for Chelsea. Adam Erskine in there. Chelsea being a little bit more patient now, trying to look for something. Walker will shoot from 3 off the baseline. Nice attempt by Erskine to save the ball from going out of bounds, but he threw that sucker way too high for anybody to retrieve it. McPherson comes out of the ball game, and Jason Heffelbauer comes in. Wilcox has got it now. Jason Bull, number 51, has it on the wing. Nearly had Bull, but good defense by Walker. Bull puts it back up off the glass, no, and now they fight for it. Heffelbauer uses his side and muscle to strip the ball and put up 2. Heffelbauer's first 2 points of the game. We have 9 different Hornets scoring tonight. Timeout by Chelsea. With 5:51 remaining in the fourth quarter. Chelsea takes some time to think things over, and while we do that, I'll take some time to go over some scoring here. Jacob scoring with 12. Chris Baker hasn't seen the ball too much. Chelsea is defending it rather well. Who got his first 2 just a couple of minutes ago. Nate McPherson has 4. 2 in each half. Jeff Mack has 4 from the free throw line. And Gall hit a 3-pointer early on in the game. It hasn't scored since. And Bobby Korecki on that steal is 2. I believe I've covered it. Heffelbauer to inbound. Score is 44-11 Saline. And we've got a foul as Tim Lawrence tripped up Korecki. Aaron Brown is about to make his first appearance for Saline. And Brown will come in for Wilcox. Aaron Brown is a 6'4" junior. Saline's got a lot of height this year, and those that are followers of the program know that's kind of rare to say. Saline usually doesn't have a lot of height in its basketball teams, but they will for the next few years. Heffelbauer's shot is no good. Offensive rebound. Bull comes up short. And Bull lost his shoe, and he's going to come running out with a sock. Mike Comfort grabs the rebound. Bull is still playing with 1 shoe, and finally, the crowd loves it. Bull playing offense and defense with only 1 sneaker. And I believe we had a Saline timeout. was slightly embarrassed, but he shouldn't be. On the court after Saline comes back from their timeout, it'll be Heffelbauer. Aaron Brown just checked in. Mike Thompson corrected. And another newcomer to the ballgame, James Reed, 6'3" junior. For Saline, there's only a couple of players that they have are under 6 feet tall. As I said, Saline's got some size this year, and they've got some size on the freshman and JV teams as well. Pass inside to Reed. Went out of bounds, last touched by Adam Erskine. Chelsea gambling with the steals, just coming up an inch short or two. And that shot by Aaron Brown took its time, but finally rolled in, and I believe that's the 10th Hornet to get up on the scoreboard point-wise. Walker from 18 feet, no good. Rebounded by Korecki. Ching knocked to the ground, no call. Nice passing underneath. We had a block on the play, and Saline's shot is short. And here comes Chelsea on the break. This time they get ahead, and the layup is good by Tim Lawrence. First time Chelsea has scored in a long time. Lawrence leads the team with 6 points. It's 46-13. With how much time is remaining? 4:08. Comfort from 15 feet baseline, count it. Comfort becomes the 11th Hornet to score. Chelsea working their offense, being patient. Lawrence has it up top. He's being guarded by Comfort. Gives it off. Walker's taken the most amount of shots tonight. He gives it up. Lawrence gets the foul call underneath in the paint. Now it looks like it will be on James Reed. Take that back, it's on Comfort. Another change for Saline as Matt Hahn, 5'10" junior, comes in. And I think everyone for the Hornets has seen some playing time tonight. First free throw is good by Lawrence. 48-14. Second one up is good. The first two free throws made by the Bulldogs came at the 3:16 mark. Pardon me, I have to do a huge stretch to be able to see the scoreboard. Hahn takes a shot for the baseline, no good. We have a foul underneath. And it's a rebounding foul on Saline. Foul is on number 35, Aaron Brown, with the push. Chang lost his dribble, and Comfort played the full body on him, finally did get it away. Matt Hahn playing some pressure too on the backcourt. Ball goes out of bounds, deflected by Aaron Brown. Oh, Heffelbauer with the complete block. And Saline nearly steals it. Matt Hahn playing the pressure D. That ball is off Chelsea. Matt Hahn has got the steal and is hammered from behind. Brian Blumensatt making sure Hahn doesn't get the easy layup. Hahn will go to the free throw line. And if I don't jinx him here, would be the 12th Hornet to score in this game out of 14. First one up is good. You know, a lot of broadcasters have jinxing ability. It's amazing. Second one is no good. We have a rebounding foul, and it's going to go against the Bulldogs. Twelve Hornets have scored. Had a lane violation, that's why Hahn got to try again, and he got it. Out of bounds to Saline. Erskine and Lawrence check in for Chelsea. And out comes Walker and Grosser. They may be done for the night. It's a little over 2 minutes remaining. Saline now up 52-15. Good steal there by Lawrence. Two more for Lawrence, who now has 10 in the ballgame. So if Chelsea's 17 points, Lawrence is in double digits. Heffelbauer hits his three-pointer, the second three-pointer of the night for the Hornets. They've taken very few in this game. Hornets up 53-17 with a minute 20 left to go in the game. Backdoor pass, picked off by Comfort, but he walked afterwards. Made a great play to pick up the ball. One of the things we take for granted when watching college and pros, when they make the steal, they have to go so hard to go get the ball that they end up traveling afterwards. This is a steal by Hahn, who put a great move at the top and couldn't finish. But here comes Comfort on the offensive rebound, and he is hit hard. He will go back to the foul line, and poor Hahn made a great move in the open court and then couldn't put in the lay-in. Now Saline will even their record to 1-1. With this win over Chelsea, it's hard to say whether this is really an impressive win, because Chelsea really hurt themselves throughout most of this game, and Saline turned the ball over a lot more than they would like, but their defense was outstanding in this game. And got a lot of bench help, as 8 players have scored off the bench. Foul called again. And Chelsea will be shooting the 1-1. Foul is on Hahn, his first. Lawrence shooting at the line again. It's up and good. All the free throws made by Chelsea have come in the fourth quarter and have all been made by this guy, Tim Lawrence. Of the 12 points scored in this half by the Bulldogs, 10 of them have come from number 24. Hahn loses the handle and recovered by Blumensatt. Down to 41 seconds remaining in the game. Chelsea player falls down. It'd be Lawrence. Now Lawrence will play defense on Hahn, who lost his dribble. Heffelbauer's got it now. Erskine nearly got the steal. Hahn's there, passes it inside. Shot up by Reed is no good. Chelsea's got it back. The pass to Noah. With 10 seconds even left in the game. Should be nothing more than inbounding it now. Aaron Brown will do that. Saline will play heavy pressure, deflected out of bounds by Dronin. Dronin, the tallest player on the team. No points and a pair of fouls for Chelsea. And that's the last hoop of the game with 1 second left. It goes to Heffelbauer. Heffelbauer finishes with 7, all coming in this half, and the Hornets, impressive by the final score, 56-19. It was only 19-7 at half. And Saline's bench really provided the spark and put a number on the Bulldogs in this game. There will be a rematch in Chelsea. And I expect the Bulldogs, who are a young team, will play much better by that time coming around. Final score, 56-19. Again, want to thank our 3-member crew tonight. Ashley Altieri running the upstairs camera, the sound, the audio, everything else that goes along with it. And Kyle Newmeyer providing fresh video from courtside. I want to thank everybody for watching. We will be back to you again very soon, date pending. We'll be covering Saline High School basketball all season long on Saline Communities Television Network. But first, we're going to take this commercial break and hopefully have a couple words with the coach, Terry Brenneman, in his 3rd season with the Hornets, going for Conference Championship number 3 as well. They start out strong. They're 1-0 on the season. Again, the final score, 56-19. We'll be back in just a moment.
If you run a local business in Saline and find advertising rates scaring you away, then the Saline Community Television Network is the way to go. $15 a week can get your business on the air, making SCTN affordable if you just want to experiment. If it's important in Saline, we're there, bringing you the people who make it happen. Whether you need to move inventory or just want to be noticed, SCTN will get you the results and recognition. SCTN, where we're helping make Saline a great place to live. And welcome back, everyone. We're on the floor of the Saline High School Gymnasium with the coach, Terry Brenneman, and the leading scorer of tonight's game, Jacob Allis, talented junior. He scored 13 points in the ball game. We'll talk to Jacob in just a moment. First, Coach Brenneman, kind of a mixed game. I think defensively, you guys played very well. They tried a lot of backdoor passes, and your speed was able to defend that and get steals the majority of the time. Offensively, however, they were able to stop Chris Baker inside the middle. He saw very few touches, and I think you turned the ball over a few more times than you wanted to.
Yeah, it was really ugly on offense, but our focus right now is to get this team playing defensively the way we know we can, and that's going to win us the ball games, and it did tonight. Our offense really was sluggish. We were dropping the ball, fundamentally doing things very poorly, but some good came of the offensive show tonight. When Chris didn't play good, the other kids stepped it up. In the second half, we had kids looking for shots and hitting some shots that I don't think they would have done if Chris was carrying us to this game. So I think we can get a lot of good out of that part, too.
Score was 19-7 at the end of the half, but then you guys broke out of your shooting slumps, and a lot of it, the ball just seemed to be dancing around the rim and not getting in, but then your transition game was working. Everyone was coming through, and all your players on your bench registered at least 1 point tonight, with only one player not scoring at all. I mean, you must be impressed with that.
Very much so, and we have a lot of depth, and everybody on the team can really play, so I'm glad they got a chance to show it. Everybody got some good minutes in, so hopefully the early season jitters will be gone when we really need them next week, probably. But I'm really happy with the team effort. The unselfish play at the very end of the game, that's the way we need to play. Jason Heffelbauer had a chance for a layup, and James Reed hadn't scored, and he made a nice little pass to him, and that just shows the type of team I think we have.
Coach, anytime they tried the transition, you were able to get their pass, and if they managed to beat you every once in a while, they couldn't handle it because they had to go full out just to get to the ball. So defensively, it looked like a really good chore you did on them, and that's what you said what you wanted. And there's still some time to improve offensively, hopefully, although you still have a few conference games coming up before the break.
Yeah, Tecumseh's a big game for us Tuesday night. We're down in the jungle, and they're picked to come third. They have a 6'8" kid that, you know, could really cause some problems for Chris. So I'm really glad that the other kids got involved in the offense tonight. We spread the scoring around, and we showed some real unselfish play.
Coach, before we let you go, tell me about the guy on my right here. Jacob Hollis led the team, 13 points. Got into the lane quite a bit on the drive.
I think Jacob could have taken his man a lot more if we gave him the opportunity. He, in the first 2 games, has really excelled on offense, and defensively he's playing very well too. Early in the year, before we started scrimmaging, he was kind of in a fog, and I was really worried about Jacob and what he was going to do. My expectations are very high for Jacob, and the first 2 games he certainly lived up to them.
Okay, well, thanks, Coach Brenneman. We wish you the best luck inside Tecumseh, where it's always been a tough place to play.
That should be fun.
Okay. Well, Jacob, you got to eavesdrop here on the coach's analysis of you. As I said just a couple of minutes ago, you were able to take the ball from outside the perimeter, be able to drive through the lane and put some shots once you were able to tuck the ball underneath and get some open looks. How did you feel about your play this evening?
I just thought that they came out to guard me a lot, and I was just giving head fakes, and they'd lunge at me, so I'd drive down the lane and get basically pretty easy layups or a dish off. But they really came out to guard me, and when they didn't, I didn't hit my outside shot, so I'm not sure why.
How about your team defensively? You're putting a lot of pressure on the ball, playing full court, man-on-man all the way through. It must be a lot of fun when you're getting a lot of turnovers like that.
We got a lot of quick people on our team, and so Coach thinks we can press really hard and get people to turn over the ball a lot. And our first game, we didn't play really good defense, so we worked hard on it. We worked hard on it all week in practice, and then we came out and we did a pretty good job tonight. We pressured. Bob Korecki's a real quick kid, and he got a lot of steals. And
he had a great steal and a layup back in the third quarter.
Yeah, he does a really good job of pressuring, and he'll only get better at that as the season goes on. So we think we're quick, and we can make lots of people to force lots of people into turnovers. So.
Last year, the Hornets were 11-1 in conference play. You were a part of that team, and now you have a more important role this year as you get older and get bigger and all that. What do you see are the differences between last year's team and this year's team so far?
Well, I noticed last year's team, a lot of people stepped up, and like we had 2 people who played as sophomores, Ed and Nate McPherson, and they really knew what to expect, and we had a lot of juniors on the team. So we had some young guys, but the seniors really stepped up and led. And this year, I think the seniors are doing the same thing, but in a different way. It's because we have a different kind of team. The depth of last year's team is we had 2 different sets of 5s, kind of, that one could come in for the other. And this, we have more depth, and at the 2 guard, we have 3 different people that can play 2. And that's just some of the ways it's different. It's not the exact same kind of bench. So.
Now, finally, you're from Indiana. You're a Hoosier boy. You come back up here to maize and blue country. What do you think of these Hoosiers as starting out strong?
Well, I was really proud with the way they played, and they had a mental lapse against Kentucky, and they got their butts kicked basically. But, you know, Bobby and I'm sure they had a real nice week of practice after that. So. They were ready to go, and they killed DePaul, so I'm looking forward to the Big Ten season.
Now, over the years, you've watched a lot of Indiana basketball. Is there any particular, every one of them since you can remember, is there any particular player that you wish you could pattern yourself off of as a basketball player?
Well, there's a lot, actually. I mean, I really respect the way that they really work hard, because you got guys like Steve Alford, who didn't do anything in the pro because he didn't have any athletic ability, but he worked hard and he ran around all game, and he was so conditioned, and he really did a nice job getting open, and I just respect the way they work hard, and I really enjoy watching the role players play because they take pride in their roles and they do a good job, and that's kind of like what I try to do. So.
Jacob, you have watched this team for a long time. Steve Alford's now a coach. And
State.
There you go. And then he was at Manchester College before that. Those of you who may not remember, he was part of the 1987 national championship team when they beat Syracuse. So in 87, you're a junior now, 10 years old, 7 years old. He was 7 years old watching Steve Alford. Jacob, we appreciate it. Good luck to you in a game, another conference game against Tecumseh.
Thanks a lot.
All right, well, that's going to wrap things up here for the Saline Community Television Network. We want to thank our guests for the post-game show, Terry Brenneman and Jacob Allis. And Saline starts the conference season 1-0. Got a tough game in Tecumseh, as we said. Next coming Tuesday, we will have a lot of games on the Saline Community Television Network, and we'll hope to join you. Again, for Kyle Newmeyer and Ashley Altieri, I'm Steve Clark, wishing you a good night from the Saline High School Gymnasium.
Everyone, I'm Steve Clark, and with me for the first time is Dan Waltz, who will be joining me in the booth tonight. He is a scout for the Saline varsity team, and he plans on being with us all season long, so I don't sound like an idiot half the time. Dan, thanks so much for joining us here at SCTN.
You're welcome. I'm looking forward to it.
2 weeks off Saline has had coming into this game. The same thing for Brighton. What do you think, as a pair of two Class A Titans come together, that Saline is going to do differently than they've done the first 4 games of the year?
Well, I think Coach Brenneman has really been trying to pick up the intensity of his team, and he's also trying to get them to play to a higher level. They haven't really played that well in the games that they've won, and he really is looking for that intensity. I think that's the key to the game.
Saline has had a star player that everyone knows about, their big center, 6'4", Chris Baker. Brighton has a star of equal importance, and that's Drew Henson. You may have heard of him. He signed as a junior to play for the Michigan Wolverine football team. You'll get to see a first look at him on SCTN tonight as a basketball player. He's averaging 25 points per ball game as a junior. His lowest output, 21 today. We may not see too much of a matchup between Baker and Henson, but what do you think Saline might do defensively against him?
Well, I think you're going to see Saline run a number of players against Drew Henson, and probably not Baker, because I don't think they want to get Baker in foul trouble. So they'll be running the forwards at him, trying to put a hand in his face, keep him from getting the ball. And they got to be careful, too, because Brighton's got a number of other good players on the team.
Absolutely. Chad Heidel is one of them. He's a speedster, and Coach Terry Brenneman was very concerned about his play because he says that he can dribble the ball faster than most of the Saline players can run. So we're going to have to wait and see how Saline defends Heidel defensively. Again, Ed Gall will get the start to challenge Drew Henson at first, but maybe expect a few other players to come in and rotate. Hopefully adrenaline will be a factor there in guarding a player like that.
Yeah, I definitely think adrenaline will be a factor, and hopefully the kids won't worry too much about who they're guarding and just do their jobs.
Okay, well, in just a minute, we will have this classic game between Saline High and Brighton, a pair of Class A teams getting it on right here at Saline High School. And we will have the opening tip and the starting lineups in just a moment on the Saline Community Television Network.
If you run a local business in Saline and find advertising rates scaring you away, then the Saline Community Television Network is the way to go. $15 a week can get your business on the air, making SCTN affordable if you just want to experiment. If it's important in Saline, we're there, bringing you the people who make it happen. Whether you need to move inventory or just want to be noticed, SCTN will get you the results and recognition. SCTN, where we're helping make Saline a great place to live.
And here we are for the opening lineups. Brighton has gone through, and here comes Ryan James, the 5'8" senior who's still a little hampered by a knee twist that he suffered earlier on back in December. This is Ed Gull. He's the other guard. He is going to have the primary responsibility of covering Drew Henson. He's a 6'4" senior. And next, the junior, 6'2", Jacob Allis.
Jacob Allis is a scorer.
And we had him on our post-game show. The last game Saline played against Chelsea. Jeff Mack is a 6'2" senior. And you'll notice that Saline's got a lot of height. And here's the big man, number 55, Chris Baker, 6'4" senior. And Dan, Saline's got a big break in the fact that Brighton is inexperienced at the center position. They only have a sophomore and a junior there that shares the starting time. And unfortunately, that's Saline's strongest part.
Yeah, I think Brighton's going to have a rough time guarding Baker down on the post. There's no doubt about it.
Drew Henson, we've been talking about him from the very beginning. We'll talk a lot about him tonight. He is number 25, and he's the one standing inside the inner circle ready for the jump. For Dan Waltz, I'm Steve Clark, ready to jump it up here at Saline High School Gymnasium, and our SCTN staff as well here, and we'll get to them in just a moment. Full crew here tonight.
Well, it's good to see the crowd numbers up a little bit here at Saline.
Starting for Brighton is Mike Heidel, Chad Dodge, and Chris Blankenbaker. I believe that's Chris, isn't it? Chris Blankenbaker. The tip is controlled by Saline, and Jeff Mack has it.
Jumped right into man-to-man, and Drew is guarding Chris Baker. That's what we wanted.
Well, they figured they had to go to that because of the underclassmen that would be forced to guard them as well. The other two starters, of course, Drew Henson, and the other, number 40, David Pearson. Here comes James cutting right through the lane. Offensive rebound. Jeff Mack counted for 2. Brighton is going to run the ball right up the court. The first shot by Brighton, no good, and rebounded by Eddie Gall. He wrestles it away.
We were fortunate on that one. No one was guarding Hiddle, or Dodge.
I was about to say, Brighton plays a Loyola Marymount type of offense. You remember those guys run and gun up the court and scored 200 points in college. Chris Baker.
Get ready to see that all night.
With his first 2 points of the game, and Chris Baker has been opening up as we get a miss by Henson. Rather poorly because of the fact he's being doubled and triple teamed, and it's good that he gets off to a solid start right away. 4-0 Saline, just underway in the first quarter. Baker with the offensive tap off the Gall miss.
Saline is breaking down Brighton's defense by driving those guards right down the middle. They can't keep with them right now.
Saline 3-1 overall, 3-0 conference play. Non-conference game tonight against Brighton. Pearson with the baseline shot. And that's Brighton's first points of the game. Interesting matchup here, Dan, between Mike Heidel and Tim James, number 10 and 15. Here comes Alice off balanced. And we have a blocking foul down low, and I believe that's going to be on Blankenbaker.
Yeah, James and Hiddle are two of a kind, I'd say. They're about the same size, and they look like they have about the same quickness.
Mack fakes the 3, goes inside the lane, and slid his foot, didn't get called for the travel. And now it's Alice being guarded by Pearson. Alice taking it down low, and we got another foul, and that could be on Blankenbaker again. We'll have to wait and see from the official's call.
22.
Well, 22 is Sean Heidel, and he isn't in the ball game. And I think the scorer just made a mistake and should have put a 1 instead of a 2 in 22. And still waiting for the official call. I think that was Blankenbaker's second, as Alice makes the first free throw.
And the second.
So Saline is up 8-2.